Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Sonnenberg students. Today's assignment is using language to create mood and to change theme. Um, what you want to do with this is, of course, you're watching this video, but you want to read my example that I posted right here. It's got the dead man's example. Mrs. Sonnenberg students, it won't have the J Sonny there. And when you open it up, you will see a selection or a section of contents of a dead man's pocket that Mrs. Sonnenberg and I have written comments about certain parts. He understood fully that he might actually be going to die. His arms, maintaining his balance on the ledge, were, now if you click that, you see that there's all of our comments over on the right, but if you want to click it, you'll see which one applies directly to it. Syntax basically just means the structure of how the sentence is, or how the author chose to construct the sentence. So what we thought on this right here, his arms, maintaining his balance on the ledge, he uses in a positive here. Maintaining his balance on the ledge is describing how his arms were, but notice the commas and the way he created that sentence. We're trembling steadily now. And it occurred to him then with all the force of a revelation. So clicking on this shows you that we thought that this is specific word choice. It's very intense language. If you continue to read this very short excerpt that we've typed here, you'll see that for each thing there's a comment we wrote for each highlighted sentence. Nothing then could ever be changed. We thought that that syntax was abrupt, a very choppy sentence. This one, syntax, once again, syntax just means the structure of the sentence, shows that the author used dashes to extend an idea. You will see that nothing too crazy here in this upper paragraph. In this bottom paragraph, we kind of get into the idea of theme. Remember that we've been teaching you all week that the events of the story, the plot events of a story, help contribute to the theme of the story. There was one last thing he could try. That's a theme connection. We talked before about how his determination or his perseverance. This right here, this is a rambling run-on sentence, but it shows like his own conscience or just the rambling thoughts that are in his head as he's doing the climbing. What your assignment is, so of course you want to read over this. What your assignment will be to do is to write an alternate ending to Dead Man's Pocket. You can use sentence structure and vivid imagery to create suspense, and the goal would be to try to change the theme. All right, we don't want you to think that you can just have him fall off. No, we want you to be creative. There are more options than simply just falling to his death. So if you click the rewrite, this is where it will take you. Write an alternate ending to contents of a dead man's pocket. Use sentence structure or syntax like we just talked about, and vivid imagery to create suspense and change the theme. So we know before that his whole goal was to get back inside. He missed his wife. He wanted to be with his wife. And he's, we talked about how working took away from his family time. So be creative. You can change the theme of the overall story just in the details and imagery that you use. Remember, we don't just want to see him fall off the building. Yes, I get it that's now you made a movie or a good story, but there's more to it than that. So you can be creative with it. Now, hopefully you're still watching this video. If you are, I'm going to show you something. You do not have to do this option. If you scroll down, there's actually a second option. If you do not want to rewrite the ending, this is what you could do. This is an alternate assignment. Right here is a attachment to an 8-minute clip from a Denzel Washington movie called Flight. You honestly simply just with your cursor, just 2 fingers on the mouse pad. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 finger on the mouse pad. You click it and it takes you to the movie. What I would like you to do is write an extended paragraph with multiple subtopics. I didn't say 3, just multiple subtopics. Comparing and contrasting how the movie created suspense, just like in our story. Of course, this movie clip didn't use words like our story did. But how did it accomplish the same suspense build? Because it does. When you watch that clip, you'll see it's intense. But like I said, it doesn't use words like our narrator did or our author did in our story. However, it still accomplishes giving us that suspenseful feeling. Those are your two options. You can choose either one, and make sure you're paying attention to when this assignment is due.